Punch out. All right. We're finna react to the greatness of old kid shows. Let's get into it.
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet.
Ah, babies. Who doesn't love them? Oh, not me, but that's only because I'm grown now. Yeah, the only time when I liked babies was during the time when I was inside one. Wait.
Yo, chat, what? Explain. Explain, bruh.
Wait, that's not what I meant. That sounds crazy. What I meant was when I was a literal baby myself. Like, we've all been inside babies before. Wait, how?
Yo, he's digging himself a huge grave right here.
That's not what I meant. When you're a baby, you don't gotta worry about nothing. Someone's already feeding you, bathing you, strolling you around on the street, cleaning the doodle.
Nah, but when I was a baby, I had one of them backpacks with a leash on it. Anybody else have them? Because, like, mine had a leash on it. And, like, my mom would, like, hold the leash. Yeah, I was on a leash as a kid. And they would hold it, and it was attached to my backpack with all my, like, stuff that I needed in it. I was, like, 18 months old. I mean, I guess you're still, like, a baby. You're 1 year old. You're, like, a year and a half old. You're still a baby. Like, you're not a baby. You're not a baby until, like, 3. I'm gonna say 3.
Out your pants, you never have any responsibilities for yourself. Being a baby is the new 80. It's awesome. And since we were babies when we weren't.
Now, being a baby is probably chill. I mean, I was a baby once. I would know, but I also don't know because I don't remember. Nobody remembers being a baby. But it seemed, if I remember it was probably chill. If I could remember it, it was probably chill.
Sleeping or swallowing the nearest lethal object, we were playing with toys or watching the preschool shows our parents put on the TV. You know, they changed it to the children's channels, PBS, TBS, CBS, putting on the shows for us toddlers. Well, my parents didn't really do that. I would just watch whatever my siblings were watching, which was Cartoon Network and Disney Channel 99% of the time.
Okay. Disney Channel was not... Okay, some of the shows on Disney Channel were peak. Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon was so peak, in my opinion. Cartoon Network is the most peak television company, in my opinion.
And whatever my dad was watching. And he was not watching the most baby-friendly stuff. Like, literally, both me and my dad would fall asleep watching Friday the 13th or something on Showtime. Then at 4 a.m., I'd wake up to Showtime playing straight-up corn.
An ad. Are we serious, chat? I'm not listening to that.
Not even a scene, like watching Friday the 13th or something on Showtime. Then at 4 a.m., I'd wake up to Showtime playing straight-up corn on the channel. Not even a scene, like, it's just a straight...
They had the hub on the family TV. I don't know what kind of household he's living in. Not mine though.
Movie. And I just stared at it. My balls were still in my stomach, so I ain't feel nothing. But when watching it, I felt like a industry baby, if you catch my drift. In short, I ain't watched that many kid shows. But when I did, I was watching what every other baby was watching. While babies nowadays are looking at their Coco Melon, we Gen Ziggers was watching classics. Classics in the making. The children's programming from back in the day.
I did not watch Teletubbies, chat. I did not watch Teletubbies.
Of our babyhoods were some of the greatest. Educating.
I didn't watch that show either. I didn't watch this one either. Uh-oh.
Us kids on valuable lessons. Like,
I did hear about this show, though. It seems very chill.
Go brush your teeth, or don't be an ass. And I wanted to use the Wayback Machine and reminisce on the very simple times of watching baby shows. Talk on how...
Oh my gosh! Yo, this one of the most comp shows on PBS Kids. Yes, one of the most comp shows ever. I can't lie. This was so good. It had me... There was a segment. There's like a pig, and he rode around on a tricycle. And I had a tricycle as a kid, and I would just roll around, and I would give them a thumbs up and say P is for pig, like I was on demon time. Chat, I wasn't on Demon Time. I promise you. But this show was lit. It taught me my ABCs. So.
How some of them were great, and how some of them were the back door to my nightmares.
What is this? Because I've never seen it. I have not seen this.
But I'm going to save that for the end. I'm going to start this off with a channel that we're all familiar with, Disney Junior. Now, I'm not going to show that much footage.
Disney Junior? Now, all of us watch that.
Because Disney sucks. But I remember
True.
when this channel became a thing. Like, I was like around 8 years old enough to realize the meaning of my existence, but not old enough to have common sense. So I still needed this educational channels. But honestly, thinking about it right now, I don't think I ever watched a show to be educated before. I for real watched.
No, I've never watched a show and I would like, the purpose was for me to be educated. I'm not gonna lie. The purpose was to entertain me. The show is there to entertain me so my parents don't have to deal with me. True.
A lot of kids' education shows.
Also, what is this show? I've never seen this.
Back then, and I don't think I've learned a single thing from any of them. They were teaching us stuff that we already learned at school. Why the hell I need to repeat it at me? That's why back then I barely watched kids shows.
Oh, okay. This show was cool up into a point because they low-key got annoying after like a season of the show. Can't lie.
Would ask you a question and wait 20 years for you to answer. It ruins my immersion of the show. I get less and less attached to the.
Yo, this guy so annoying. On God, he is annoying, bro. And that little intro song, so annoying. My parents used to sing the one about him wiping his ass. No joke.
Show when they hit me with fourth wall breaks. You ain't supposed to know I'm here. Like, who are you talking to? And after waiting 80 years of them just.
Oh my gosh, Team Umizoomi is so chill too. Oh my gosh, I love Team Umizoomi. Yo, chat, we're gonna buy some merch and we're gonna wear it all stream.
At you, waiting for you to answer. They just assume your answer anyway. So why'd you ask me in the first place? Wasting my time. I had goals as a kid. I had stuff to do. And this show is just wasting my time.
Okay, this show is not a waste of time. I like this show. Even if it was educational, I like this show. This guy, low-key annoying. The robot, best one in the TV show. The girl's chill. But this was the one of the best TV shows I have seen. Not gonna lie. At least when I was a
I
kid.
forgot Disney Junior. There were a few shows I used to always watch. I remember watching Big Bear and the Big Blue House sometimes.
I did not watch this shit.
Honestly, this show kind of scared me as a kid because the moon, it reminded me of that molester moon emoji. And that's the most I remember from the show. And I sadly wasn't a Wiggles guy either. But I heard.
What is a wiggle? Chat, I don't think this should be talked about. A wiggle? What's a wiggle? Chat.
A bunch of songs from them, and not gonna lie, they're pretty great. I've heard a bunch of songs from them, and after hearing them, I can tell you that this is one of the greatest bands of this generation, of any generation. Every song from them makes you hype and go crazy. They're basically the Beatles if they were good. There was also Special Agent Oso, and really,
I didn't watch this either. He's just going over. Wait, hold up. Chat, what did you guys watch as a kid? Because I was on Team Umizoomi, Blaze the Monster Machine. That show was so good, chat. Not even gonna lie, that show was so good. And then I was watching, what else was I watching? I was watching Bubble Guppies. Bubble Guppies was so chill. Oh my gosh, I love Bubble Guppies.
the only reason I attempted to watch this show was because Mr. Mosby was playing the wolf on the show, fulfilling my fantasies I had about him. So, but none of those shows were the main shows. The big three of my Disney Junior experience was Handy Manny, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and Little Einsteins.
Ooh, Little Einsteins. Yo, that was so chill. I can't lie. Little Einsteins is chill. They have that banger intro song. My gosh. I did not watch much of Mickey Mouse the Clubhouse. I didn't watch the first one either. I watched the Backyardigans, chat. If you don't know what the Backyardigans is, cut it out. You need to leave. But that one was chill. And then I also watched Octonauts. Yo, Octonauts is the best ever, and I have this like one episode stuck in my head of a lemon shark. It's about a lemon shark. I can't find it. If you guys can find the exact episode, yo, send it to me or put it in the comments, and I'm gonna go through the comments after this video. But oh my gosh, like chat, do y'all know what episode I'm talking about? If you do, like, that's sick.
Not Doc Miss Stuffins. She ain't no
Doc Miss Stuffins was chill. Don't be on Doc Miss Stuffins meat, okay? First 2, 3, 4 seasons are good.
real doctor. She can't give me my BBL or Sophia the First. That show's for Atlanta niggas.
Bro, Sophia the First is so but.
We all know the
Banger intro.
a handy manny, you know, Mexican dude with talking tools that can fix anything from a boat.
All he doesn't pay for cart.
I'm sorry, chat. I don't have YouTube Premium. You guys know this. You guys are gonna watch these ads with me. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have YouTube Premium.
To your accident, you name it, we fix it.
Yo, what is Handy Manny? Because I've never seen it. I've never seen Handy Manny.
The characters were fun too, you know, there was this guy who was a complete loser. He had no hairline, he lived with his cat. He was always the butt of the joke, never had any bitches. Easily the most relatable character on the show. I also remember them adding this new character. It was a flashlight. He only spoke Minion. I don't remember what language he spoke. But they was adorable. Every time they were on screen, they
This looks like... Okay, this looks like if Dora the Explorer was, like, met with Bob the Builder. That's what it feels like to me.
was just like cute like a minion. Then the main man, Manny himself, just being a helpful, handsome guy. He had a girlfriend, at least I think that was his girlfriend. He always had everybody on his back. He was such a Chad. He was such a handsome man. He's just a dandy guy. I like him. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, an automatic classic for the open.
Yo, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse was chill for like a season, and then it low-key got boring.
And ending songs alone, you know that song's M-I-C-K-E-Y.
I watched it. Banger intro song, like he's about to say. Banger intro song. But, like, it was real iffy if I watched him or not. That's just a true fact.
M-O-U-S-C. Oh man, makes my balls hot. Especially that hot dog, hot diggity dog. Look at Goofy go. Do I need to say more? The only thing I remember this show messing up on was when they gave Toodles a face and a personality. Now he can talk and he can like communicate with us.
Nah, Toodles was the best in that show. No doubt.
I don't want this, man. He don't need to speak, bro. It's weird. Like, look at him. He look creepy. Like, if he could speak the whole time, then why didn't he say anything before? He's plotting something. I know it. And then there was Little Einstein. I just loved it.
Peak. That is peak.
Because I'm a bit of a musician myself, you know. I can play piano, trumpet, the recorder, the triforce of instruments. And since I'm a musical genius, of course this show would appeal to someone like me. And honestly, I don't remember what they did on this show. Like, they had a
Neither do I. I feel like it was just a bunch of random stuff, but it was low-key, like, fun.
ship, there were talking instruments. Dang, I think that's all I remember. I just remember loving it as a kid. And that theme song, you know, that old meme. They just don't make them like that no more. But Dizzy
I thought I was finna let it play. I was looking finna get excited.
Jr. was a great entertainment
We're going on a trip. Okay, my bad.
and education source for children back then, especially me. But it wasn't my favorite. Moving on to a channel that I liked more as a kid, in terms of baby shows, Nick Jr. Nick Jr. I have a lot more memories of as a kid, even though they had some dookie butt shows like Dora and the more boring.
Yeah, Nick Jr. was kind of butt because of Dora. Dora kind of brought it down. Also, Diego. Diego was cool.
Diego, but everything else was pretty good. Wonder Pets was pretty lit.
That's the show. Okay, this is the show. This is a peak show.
Although that turtle can go chug a bottle of piss, I still hate turtles. The Backyardigans, everybody loved this show. And the animals,
Oh, yeah. The Backyardigans is so peak.
Tanisha, Pablo, Bart, Jesse, and James. I don't remember their names, but it was such a fun show. You know, the backyard was always transforming.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yo, chat, did anybody else? No, somebody had to have watched Jesse. Because I watched Jesse. Jesse, I watched the entirety of Jesse slowly turned into Bunked. Then I watched all of Bunked.
And then get in new settings like every single episode. I loved it. My favorite episodes were the jungle episode and the western episode. Max and Ruby.
I hate Max and Ruby. I hate Max and Ruby. Max and Ruby is the worst show in the universe.
Now, I got
Facts. Who liked these annoying rabbits?
mixed feelings on this. I used to watch this show a lot.
Like, I enjoyed the show as a kid, but I didn't really like Max all that much when I was young. I didn't really know any better back then. I just
Nah, Max was on BS the entire show.
saw him making mud cakes and I was just like, that's gross. There's worms in it, bro. Why are you making that? It wasn't until I got older that I realized that Max was just having fun, man. He was just a young kid just having fun playing
But he was annoying, though. That's why I can't watch the show, because he's just annoying.
with his toys, making cakes. He was just doing his thing. The real villain of this show, it was Ruby. I'm not gonna get too in detail
Nah, she was on BS too.
because then I'll just be stealing this guy's content. Shout out to him. But let me say this.
If I was in a room with a bow and arrow with only 2 arrows and there was me, Ruby,
This is how I made this hoodie with a print and a
I'm sorry. Tank top and slop. Chat. Be so for real.
I don't even care who else is there.
Chat. Tank top and slop? Is that what we're doing now? I'm doing reacts for YouTube, and you guys want to call it slop. Be so for real. Yo, Skank Beater for the follow. Thank you, Poppy.
I was in a room with a bow and arrow with only 2 arrows and there was me, Ruby. No, I don't even care who else is there. I'm gonna shoot Ruby twice. Blue's Clues was pretty cool too.
Yeah, Blue's Clues, those who beat. Chat, chill, please.
You know, I like
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, Blue's Clues was pretty cool. Blue's Clues was cool. Def was cool.
the cat. I like the box characters. My man Steve was drawing like Picasso with just a crayon. The show was
On, not my life. On my chat's life. On my chat's life. You know, he was drawing Picasso type stuff.
nuts until Steve left to buy some cigarettes. What does the new Steve look like again?
fuck is this?
Peppa Pig. I didn't really watch it because it was
Peppa Pig's alright. Son? What you mean? What you mean, son?
British, and
I was more of a Olivia kind of guy.
but I'll admit it, the Peppa Pig album is pretty.
Goy slop? Oh, gay slop. Bro, be so for real. Not on our. Bro, I'm just reacting. Chat. Don't worry.
Fire, like unironically, it's better than honestly trash. And I ain't gonna forget the goat. Yo, Gabba Gabba.
Yo, I hate this show. I hate this show, chat. This is the most meaningless show ever. It might be worse than Max and Ruby.
I didn't really watch it that much, but my brothers loved it, and the characters looked
No,
nice.
Goy. I meant Goy. Oh. Sure, buddy. Sure.
Biz Marquis is in like every episode beatboxing, and DJ Lance is so into his character in the show that he's still in his character over 10 years after the show ended. So that's dedication right there. But yeah,
Why would you still want to dress like... Oh, this is the goated one. The green one? The green one's the goated one, chat. Don't worry. But, bro, look at disc for half a sec. I can't right now. I'm reacting. At the end of the react, totally will. But, yo, how are you still in costume 10 years after the show ends? Like, why?
I ain't really watched this show as a kid. The most I got from it was that one episode from South Park where Fufa became a thought. That's the most I ever got from it. And my personal favorite Nick Jr. show.
That happened, chat? W ego? No, it's not even an ego. I'm just doing reacts right now for YouTube and stuff.
was.
And you know what? You want me to really ego you? Here's an ad.
Little Bill. Now, ignoring the controversies, this show taught me so many things, like how to talk to girls, how to ask a girl out, and the secret to getting any girl. And thanks to this show,
I don't know about all that now. Tell me more about that. What, the ad? Now you can learn about the ad yourself. Bro, I've never seen this show in my life.
I can say these tips changed my life for the better. Because of these tips, every time I move into a new home, I have to introduce myself to my female neighbors. And under state law, I basically have to tell them how good I am with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm the rich.
It's just not true. That's not true, chat. Yeah, I still ain't seen it. Well, it may have not been given to you.
Is God, all because of Little Bill. Alright, moving on from that, I want to talk about my actual favorite shows from back when I was a kindergartner. And back then, I was a huge fan.
Yo, chat, he's annoying. He's annoying.
Huge fan of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yo, chat, I went to a Thomas, like a real Thomas the Tank Engine, like, train. Oh my gosh, it was so peak. I got to ride in him. He low-key looked like you, chat. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, chat. On my life, you're dying.
I love this show so much. It's just something about him. I was addicted to this show. Like, actually, I owned DVDs, had so many trains.
I have DVDs. I used to have these trains. They were peak. I can't lie, they were peak.
Sets and toys. I even wore Thomas the Tank
I didn't do all that now, chat. I didn't do all that. I did not do all that.
Engine undies. I was wearing this man on my balls. You cannot tell me I'm a fake fan. You can't call me gay either. He's a train. Let him run a train on me. I really do love Thomas the Tank Engine. I consider it a very big part of my babyhood. I think the reason I like this show so much was cause that it was a very chill show. Nothing would happen in
That's
your
true.
face. The conflicts would always be in the island of Sodor.
That's true, but then there was a Thomas the Tank Engine, like Thomas did. Yo, chat, chill out. There was a Thomas the Tank Engine like anime, I guess, and I watched the shit out of that. I watched that forever. I watched it for years, and I would watch the same episodes, and I would get it down, and I would play with my trains, like this my Thomas the Tank Engine trains. And I would like play out the episode while the episode was going on, chat.
What the train's doing the task that Sir Toppin Hat would tell them to do. And then a small hiccup happens and then they solve it, learning a lesson maybe in the process.
Bro, this is how you like that show actually like made me learn things. Like it actually made me learn things because I liked how they like teach it.
Simple. It was a very simple, chill show, and I like trains. The interactions were always very sweet, and when they weren't, you know when shit was going down. But they would always make amends
Tell me more about that. I'll throw it into sub only.
at the end. This was a show just trying to tell a simple story each episode. It's not like those other baby shows that would constantly break the fourth wall.
Like Dora. Can you spell amigo? Bitch, no. I'm not gonna spell amigo. Do you know how to spell amigo? I don't need to do that for you.
And just start singing out of nowhere or asking you, do you know what 5 plus 5 is?
Hey, my fault, dada. Yo, chill out. Chat, chill out. Chill out. But hey, don't hate on Bubble Guppies. Bubble Guppies did teach me a few things. It taught me how to add. It taught me how to subtract and I think multiplication. If I'm not wrong. I feel like they had a multiplication one. And I watched it. Look, he learned it.
My favorite color, green. Like, bro, go lick my nut and Google it, bro. I hate shows like that. Sometimes us kids just want to be entertained like the grown-ups. We don't want to get constantly talked down to in shows. We already get enough of...
That's true. True. I want entertainment. I don't want you to break the fourth wall. I want you to entertain me with your story.
that in real life. Why would we want that in our entertainment? And
Oh, Amazing World of Gumball is the best cartoon ever. On God. Bro, crashing on Dora? Yes. Ryan Stacy F said no one ever. Okay. You know what, chat? I'll actually throw it into sub only. And then what are you going to do? Because I know you're not subbed. You're not going to be able to type. Bro, yes, I'm crashing on Dora. Dora was the most stupidest show ever. I did not learn Spanish while watching Dora. I sat there and looked at it and I was like, I'm learning nothing. I'm genuinely learning nothing.
Thomas did have learning segments where they would ask us kids questions.
Thomas the Train did it in a good way. Thomas the Train did it in a really good way to where it made me learn, though. That's why it's a top 5 show as a kid.
But it would be in between episodes, not the actual episode would have it. It would never get in the way of the actual plot of the episode. This is why I kind of
Exactly.
like Arthur as a kid too, because it ain't interrupt you in.
Arthur? You don't want entertainment, you want goy slop. I don't know what that means. Chat, if that's bad and I'm saying it, actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop saying it because I feel like it's bad. Y'all need to, I'll throw it in the sub only. Y'all need to chill out. Okay, but Arthur, I don't know if I like this.
The middle of the episode with random questions. We was just enjoying ourselves, learning not to swear, and definitely not wanting to learn how to.
What do you mean Gumball is slop? Gumball is not slop. Gumball is the best cartoon. Hold on. Gumball is the second best cartoon ever. The first best cartoon ever is Gravity Falls. Can't lie, turned my brain to goop.
Knit.
All right.
I'm not a knitter. Arthur was
Yeah, it did have that.
great. I still don't understand that racism episode though. I thought it was just animals in this universe, but black people exist too apparently and get unfair treatment from the police. But there was no other races that were mentioned, so is it the animals that are the ones being racist? Is it just black people and animals in this universe? What does an interracial baby look like? Okay, I'm gonna stop asking questions.
Yeah.
Back to Thomas.
That's going too far.
I also love how the show only has a narrator. Narrating and doing every voice in the show. I loved it. It made the show feel more common and soothing. I even remember when Alec Baldwin was the narrator for season 5. He was great too. You just had to wear a bulletproof vest every time you watched the show. Not to mention the music. It's out of this world. It has no reason to being that great. And it wasn't just a few good ones here and there, a few good bops. No. Every single one. I'm serious too. Every song sounds like.
I don't know about that because I don't remember it, chat. I'm gonna be honest. I do not remember any Thomas the Train. Even though I watched like hella Thomas the Train, I did not remember any songs.
It could be one of those classic Disney songs from back in the day. They just also catchy and so good to sing along to. And accidents will happen. One of the greatest songs of all time.
Hold on, chat. What are we doing? That's crazy.
Top 100, not even fibbing. Listen to it yourself. It's like in 1984 when the show was created. The music team for this show was like, yo, let's only drop classics for the next 20 years. Like we're Kanye West or something. And the whole team responded, who the hell is Kanye West? But they did it anyway. These guys deserve all the Grammys. And that iconic intro. Nobody has forgotten that. This is genuinely one of the
Does have a good intro.
greatest kid shows of all time. The amount of nostalgia and pure bliss and joy I get from this show. Oh man, it cannot be matched. This show is amazing. It is fantastic.
Yo, chat, what was the one where you would have to... What was the animated version of Thomas the Train? Because I watched it so much.
Or should I say, was. Because as soon as they went...
This one! I watched this one. I watched this. If he's finna say it was bad, I'm cooked. Because I legit thought this was good.
CGI. It was downhill. And only down...
Hey, don't go my chat. Loki liked it. I look-y liked it.
Hell, I was appalled when they switched to style. This happened back in 2009 when I was 6 turning 7. And even back then I hated it. I was all like, why are their mouths moving now? Why are the people moving? Why do they have their own voices?
I liked this. I liked this a lot. I can't lie. I thought it was good. I thought they did a good job. Maybe it's just like my brain playing tricks on me, but I watched like hella Thomas the Train that was CGI.
It changed so much. I avoided this new version every time I saw it on TV. I missed it when they were actual toys and it was in reality.
I had toys. W ads. Sub and you don't have ads.
This is just weird. It's unnatural seeing them like this. I always hated when kids shows would switch their style.
What is that? Chat, are we getting creeped?
Just to look more modern.
I play with
Just look
toys.
at
Me
Bob the
too.
Builder. For years, he was looking good. He was looking
I play with toys too, chat. Like the little Thomas the Train ones. I used to play with those when I was a kid.
nice because he was in stop motion. Look at Bob go. Woo! Okay, let's see what Bob the Builder looks like now.
Boots check, tool belt check, hard hat check. Bob the Builder.
Can we build it? Not that kind of. Yo, chat, chill. This does not look like Bob the Builder. On God. I'm sorry. I don't have YouTube Premium. I don't have YouTube Premium.
Who the hell is that? That is definitely not Bob. That
Oh, watch out! Why his teeth look like? Oh, yo, his teeth look like shit.
dude's name is Bertram. That is not Bob. That is not the same man that I knew from my childhood. This is not my Bob. They doing the same thing with Thomas. It's horrifying. And that ain't even the worst of it. You know the music? How I said it was one of the best songs of all time, you know, it should win all the BET Hip Hop Awards. It's so ass now. Oh my goodness. They changed the whole vibes of the songs, bro. It sounds so terrible, man.
Yeah, the entire time that he was talking about like the OG, yeah, this one, the whole entire time he was talking about this one, I was thinking of the CGI one because I legit like watched that one and I low-key thought it was better. That's my opinion though, because I don't think I've ever seen this version.
It used to be a choir of kids singing, and now it's just... Listen to this!
A special day with all your friends. Seems like it.
Yo, I remember when I used to sing this shit too. I was in the living room in my underwear with my toy trains singing this shit. I knew every word, chat. I was a demon. I was on demon time.
This is trash!
Okay, it's not that bad. It is not that bad. On God, it's not that bad.
Who thought of this, bro? And the new intro is even worse, man. Listen!
Yeah, this is the shit I used to sing, chat. This is the shit I used to sing. Also, yo, I don't know if any of y'all know, there was an Astro Boy animated movie. I watched it every single day as a kid, and I had red rubber boots, and I was in my underwear, and I was in the, like, my grandmother's living room, and I would, like, pretend I was flying on the floor. Just me? Hope not. Yo, that movie's so far. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch that movie. Genuinely so peak. I think it's on Tubi right now. I think I own the movie, though. I think I bought it. So, I used to watch the shit out of that movie, and it was fucking fire, dude.
This is not Thomas sounding music.
Bro, I sung this every day, bro. Like, I know this is not bad, bro. This is not bad.
This shit sound like Paw Patrol, bro. I can't believe they massacred Tony like this, bro. And this is not the reason why I wore you on my balls, man. This is not the show I used to love and enjoy. Stop trying to appease to these kids and appease to me, a grown-ass man. Appeal to me. They ruined it, man. They ruined it. They really turned Thomas the Tank Engine into that freaking bootleg rip-off Thomas the Tank Engine chugging.
Oh, no, this was... No. Okay, I watched this too. Yo, this was so peak. This was so peak. You can't tell me that this was not peak, chat. Yo, they had, like, an inner connection of the fucking, like, city. And they could, like, pick trains up. Yo, I had all three of these motherfuckers. I had all three of them. and I had a train track running from my room to the living room. And I would like push them and I would like play with them and stuff. Yo, this is a peak show. I don't know what he's talking about.
This is honestly one of the worst things that ever happened in humanity. And since I'm over here whining about this children's show, let me talk about one final show real quick. A show that I only remember watching once in my childhood, but that one time alone left a scar that still remains to this day.
If he says some bullshit, I'm gonna be mad.
I was in elementary school, staying up a little late one night, and on a TV, it was on Nick Jr., 24/7 baby content playing all the time. And at around midnight, this new show came on. It was called
What the fuck is that? If you watched this show as a kid, yo, fuck are you doing? Get that scary ass little ass puppet on like get the fuck out of here, bro.
Ubi. This show was a
Ubi? Who's coming up with this chat?
hand puppet show, but unlike Sesame Street or any other hand puppet show, it was just hands.
This show gave me so. Alright, I'm gonna cut the bullshit. The show ain't even that scary. I don't even know why I found this show scary as a kid. It's just hand puppet.
Yo, chat, I didn't watch, so like I like puppets. My favorite movie is The Dark Crystal. That is a full like puppet like movie. And that movie is peak. You can't tell me it's not peak. I know it's like random, but it is peak. It is def peak. I didn't watch hand puppets, but I would watch like Fraggle. Mr. Audacity, can you address this? And I don't know what you're talking about, so I'll address it in a second, whatever you're talking about. But I will say that I watched Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock, peak. Fraggle Rock's puppets. I'm pretty sure it's puppets. It was peak. And also, the what was also peak? I said The Dark Crystal. Yo, The Dark Crystal had a Netflix show a couple years ago. Oh my gosh, so peak. And I bought one of the books for The Dark Crystal. Yo, I'll show that next stream because I'll bring it over here and show y'all.
Maybe it's their creepy eyes. I don't know, but I'm not
Yeah, of all the things that you could use for eye, like at least like if you're gonna do a puppet, do a sock puppet, because like then it's like less scary and it's not just your hand.
gonna try to hype it up to be like scary. I'm gonna sound like one of those like SpongeBob Theory channels or whatever. It's also because this show made me raise a lot of questions. Like,
I'm sorry, chat. I don't have YouTube Premium. 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 I don't have YouTube. Okay.
How did they eat?
because this show made me raise a lot of questions. Like,
How did they eat?
Just flapping them moose lips at this point. I am yapping. I have to get content out. Motherfucker, I have to get content out.
How do they swallow their food? Where does it go? How do they use the bathroom? Do they have holes? How do they fight? How are their eyes attached to their hands? How do they put on rings? When
They probably just have like a U shape under the eyes that you can just like put on your finger and then like hold it there with your other fingers.
they high-five each other, did they just kiss? Did they just have intercourse on screen? How do they even do it in this universe?
He's making a good point.
And if they do it, do they wear gloves?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that reminded me of the movie Robots. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go watch that movie. That is one of the peakest movies ever. There's a scene in that movie where the guy's he's like dancing. I can't remember what the song is. It's not All the Single Ladies. It's something like that, bro. But he's dancing to it. It's so funny, bro. That movie's just a bunch of like just bullshit.
For protection?
It's a good movie to watch while you're zooted. Lethal Company? Cold Moments? Chat, what are you talking about?
How do they wear the gloves? Wouldn't that just cover their eyes? Where do their bodies end? There's actual people in this universe. What do they see below their hands? How do they drive cars in this universe? What is pushing the gas pedal? How does anything get done?
Yo, I hate those channels. Sareed's Cold Moments. Yo, hop on Lethal, bro. Bro. I don't even have Lethal installed. Top easy. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Bobby. But I don't even have Lethal. Also, then get it? I will. Give me a second. Let me finish my reacts. Bro, Lethal is tough. You gotta cop it. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, chat.
In this universe. I didn't like how many questions this show had me asking. That one time I watched this show was a life-changing and threatening experience for me as a child. And I hope
Can't have you winning? Chat. What do you mean? I'm just sitting here reacting, doing reacts content today. I'm gonna get to the games. We're gonna play Mecha Chameleon in a minute.
no kid had to experience the nightmares I did because of this show.
Wild.
Now that's lucky creepy, chat. Chat is hating and we are happy. Because, like, you play with me on Lethal. I don't even have Lethal. Give me a second and let me finish my reacts content, chat. Oh my gosh. We're almost done, see?
I've
Okay.
grown a lot since I was a jit. I'm never saying that again. I've grown in hair, length, size, but most importantly, I've grown in mind. And I don't think I would be the person I am
That's some shit you hear on a YouTube short. Please, Audacity, I need this in a minute, chat. We will play Lethal in a minute, maybe. Maybe. I might play Mecha.
today if it weren't for these children's shows. Well, mostly only Thomas and Little Bill, but the rest were here too. If I forgot to mention a show, I just didn't watch it as a kid. That's just the way it turned out for me. I love
Damn, he did not mention a lot of shows that I watched, chat.
reminiscing about old times and old childhood memories. It makes me feel less old. And since we're towards the end of the video,
Yo, chat, he didn't mention one thing about Blaze the Monster Machine. Chat, do y'all know what that is? Stop doing the speed meme, chat. Yo, my chat is saying, my mom is kind of homeless. I live with my dad, and I really want to help her out. Chat, I don't know what you want me to do. Give me a minute. We're literally almost done, and y'all are complaining.
I did not expect this video to be as long as it is, but that just shows how dedicated I am to this topic. And in conclusion, free Bill Cosby. It starts with
What the world? All right, good video, chat. Good video, good video, good video, good video.